Yo, what's good, baby? Great Saturday morning, baby. I got my dog BC in the mix. BC, how you feeling?
Doing good, man. I got my bottle of Prime right here, the orange cream, not 7-Eleven, Circle K exclusive. It's the Bucks 50th season. We got creamsicle, so why not get some bottle of Prime orange cream? My guilty pleasure. How are you this morning, G Mike?
I'm feeling good, feeling great. Guys, don't let him fool you. That's his third one today. Don't let him fool you.
Whoa, man. I mean, this has a grand total of 15 calories on the back right there, man. So I probably could get away with it. It's a very calorie smart.
No sugar?
No sugar, just all, citric acid, trimagnesium citrate, sucralose. All that good stuff you learn in chemistry class, man. I'm telling you, it's that good.
I got that. No free ads, baby. No free ads.
Yeah, no free ads.
I got that. Primer protein, baby.
Nice.
Fire. We got a little cup of coffee in there. You know, I got to wake up this early in the morning. Got to get the juices flowing. And it has 1 gram of sugar.
Dude.
So it's not great, but it's not horrible.
Yep. It says a grand total of 0 grams of sugar, but also 0 grams of protein on my end. So, but, it's hydration. It's not protein.
Yeah. I got 30 grams of protein on my end, baby.
Look at that. I'll be going to TSC after. I'll be going to Tropical Smoothie after this. Get their peanut butter crunch protein bowl. So hey, 50th episode's coming up, dude. So hey, we got to tell the fans how we keep in shape, how we keep it good. Just a little slice of the life, of the day in the life of your boys right here, man.
Try to stay in shape, man. Because, dude, at the end of the day, you can work out as much as you want, but what I learned in the last 1.5, 2 years is that if you ain't eating right, that shit is not going to matter.
Yeah. To quote the great Mike Israetel, if you don't know who that is, Dr. Mike, look him up on YouTube. That man has bodybuilding, exercise science to a T. Abs and everything starts in the kitchen. So, dude, you want to get in shape, man. Yeah, dude. We're on episode 49 today, are we not, man? Episode
49? Hey, 50 is around the corner. Next week will be 50, man. What a damn journey, man. What a damn journey. Proud of us, man. Proud of us. We've come a long way. We've come from the bottom.
I was about to say, dude, not to spoil too much about that next episode, man, but I will say it's been a journey for all three of us, whether it's coming together and then how we've been going from here. So we'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a slice of life, kind of show you guys how that all came together and what the plan is from here moving forward. So, but dude, G-Mike, that being said, man, before we get into stuff, we got to talk about our favorite sports gambling sites, man. You know what to do?
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Guys, I run a Telegram channel where we offer sports gambling slips to get you winnings from $10 to $20 to $50 to $100 a day. It's $10 a month. But we have an affiliate program that you can also make money a different way. If you're watching the recorded episode, you'll see the link pop up on your screen. Right now, I don't have the link right now in front of me, but don't worry about it. Just watch the recorded episode. You see the link, or if not, just slide in one of my DMs. We'll get a conversation to get you going and get you started, get you popping with money. BC, I know you got your own thing going on, man. Let these people know what's going on.
Man, Mrs. and I, we got that small business thing going right now at brands.media. Again, you got event photography, videography, wedding photography, videography, engagement photo shoots, family formals, senior photos. I know right now that basically the school year is coming up. It's never too early to get that started as well. So check out the portfolio online at brands.media, see for what you want, and if not, it's all good. It's all love either way. And also too, I got my own website as well, bcthebrand.com. That's where you can kind of check out some of my portfolios, just kind of see the journey as well, where it's at and here. But also too, if you or anybody is looking for somebody for PA announcing, voice acting, voiceover work, if you want somebody to, you'll be hearing it in a sec, if you need somebody to kind of do an intro for commercials or anything like that, hit me up on there. Let's get in contact. Let's make it happen. Get it popping at bcthebrand.com. For my own voiceover work, brands.media for my wife and I's photography and videography. Create members that last a lifetime. Y'all already know how it is, man.
Yes, sir.
News from the world of sports.
And that's the voiceover work he talking about, baby. That's it right there, baby. That's the voiceover he talking about, man.
There
But
we go,
yeah,
y'all.
man. Today we're not going from around the world. Today we're just sticking with the United States and the NFL football leagues. We're gonna just talk about several topics there. We're gonna talk about a little later the Anthony Richardson injury and what happened to him.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about Geno Smith and Maxx Crosby getting in an altercation with a fan in the stands. We're gonna talk about BC's Bucks going up against Cam Ward today, the number one pick in the NFL draft. But first, we want to start off with what happened last night, man, what transpired,
Mhm.
and we love to see it, man, with Shedeur Sanders having a great game on his first preseason game. He actually started this game because Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett both have hamstring injuries, so they didn't even step on the field. Joe Flacco, he don't have to show work in the preseason. He's been in the league for 20 plus years, so he don't have to show his worth. Shedeur Sanders does have to show his worth, and the Cleveland Browns picked up Tyler Huntley just last week, I would say, to be
Around
the
that.
fifth backup in the depth chart. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Deshaun Watson, he's still a part of the team, but he's dealing with an Achilles tear still, so we don't know when he's going to be back. So just Shedeur Sanders played most of this game. He went out there, he did his job, he did work. He threw 15 of 23 completions, 138 passing yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions, and he
Yep.
ran the ball 4 times for 19 yards. And the Cleveland Browns got the win over the Carolina Panthers. With all this being said, BC, what are your thoughts about Shedeur Sanders' gameplay on his first NFL preseason start?
He did well. I mean, I'm not going to say he lit the world on fire, that he had a player of the week performance. That's going to be somebody I'll talk about in a sec. But considering the fact that he had probably the largest fall of anybody I've seen, at the very least in recent memory in the NFL draft, to have this kind of performance, it was good. It's what he needed to do. He went out there and did what he needed to do. People are going to knock and say, "Oh, well, it's the preseason. It's going against backups and third string." Like, where he's at on the depth chart, at best, week one might be the backup. So he went out there against players on an equal level and he balled out. He performed. He did exactly what he needed to do. Now, again, it's preseason, but you did what you got to do. You got to play against the competition that's in front of you. You go out there, you throw for almost 150 yards, 2 tutties. It is what it is. And I think that he did a good performance. He did admirably. He responded to a lot of the critics. And I think that for sure we're going to be seeing more of him in this preseason. And I'm interested in seeing that if this was just a flash in the pan or if this is something that could be more indicative of what's to come with Shedeur for sure. At the very least, I think that he has risen up. You know, if you had him at the bottom of the depth chart, I think at the very least he's warranted being the main backup for Cleveland. If not, you know, if he has another performance like this or even elevates his level, you might be able to say that you could see him starting week one for sure over Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think that Joe Flacco still gets the starting job just because of all the experience. And
Yeah.
when you're in the NFL, you want to start off the season right. You want to win. You want to put the best players out there because every win and loss counts when it comes to the NFL, and obviously college football too. If you guys are into college football, it definitely counts there. But in the NFL, every single game counts. So from the beginning, I think they're going to go with Joe Flacco for sure. But I love this gameplay by Shedeur Sanders, man. I'm a big time Sanders fan, and he was getting a lot of scrutiny coming out of college, saying that he wasn't prepared and he wasn't going to do work in the NFL. And that's why he dropped so far down in the draft, and he got into the fifth round, but he got selected by the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
And all this stuff. And it's just awesome to see. I mean, just with any athlete and any QB, I would want them to do good. I want to see them prove themselves. I want to see them put in the work. And with Shedeur, man, it seems like he really does put in the work. You saw Myles Garrett in one of the post practices interviews, and he was saying that he just literally goes out there and he grinds each and every day. And he was excited to see what he would do on his first NFL season preseason start. And we saw what he did, man. It was a great game outing for him. I didn't think that he was going to have such an outing like that. I thought he was just going to throw a couple passes. I would say like 10 to 12 passes and complete half of them. And, like throw for maybe like 99 yards or like 110 yards with maybe one TD. But, dude, he proved me wrong for sure, man. And I'm glad
Yep.
he did because, bro, it's awesome to see. And now I do agree with you. I think he does jump up in the depth chart for now.
Yep.
The next preseason game, he's going to start as well. He's going to get a chance to prove that he can be consistent. But just with his gameplay, bro, um, he had poise. He read through his progressions. He trusted his O line to block for him. He trusted legs when he needed to. There was one highlight play that he literally dodged 2 defenders, rolled back out. He rolled to the left side, dodged 1 defender, tried to keep rolling to the left, dodged another defender, spinned around, ran to the right side of the field, and threw a dart down the field, which was great to see because if the play is not there, if your receivers are now open in the first 3 seconds, you got to do what you got to do, and keep continuing on with the play. Be a playmaker, like we see Patrick Mahomes do, what we see Josh Allen do, what we see Lamar Jackson do. The great quarterbacks of the league today, what we see them do, we saw Shedeur can do it yesterday. So he was using his legs, he was using his arms, he was using his deep strength, he was using his checking down the reads. You know, he was doing what he needed to do out there on the football field for his team to win. And at the end of that, he wasn't even glad about his performance. It was his post-game interview. He was telling the reporter, he was like, yeah, I think I did an okay job. I think there was stuff there that I needed to do better. He even shouted at saying, like, my bad, Pops. I didn't come out here and fully take advantage of the opportunity. And it's great to see, man, because you could tell that he just loves the game. He wants to work hard. He wants to succeed, and he can be humble about it. And again, just like BC mentioned, you guys out there in the media world, the NFL media world, will say, "Oh, it's just a preseason. He was playing up against the backups and this and that." Bro, we don't want to hear that, man. We don't want to hear that because if he would have went out there
the goalpost
done bad, you guys would have been like, "Oh, this is why he was selected in the 5th round. This is why other quarterbacks went before him. This is why the Steelers didn't pick him up." Like, yo, man, just keep that talk, man. Just keep it shut. Just be glad that a guy is going out there and he's proving himself and he's showing what he's worth.
Yeah, exactly. It's shifting the goalposts, and it is perhaps the most annoying narrative that is tried to be spun in sports in general. I hate that. Don't get me wrong, like there are players for sure that you love to root against and you love to like boo and stuff like that. It's there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, if you're going to root against them when they succeed, you gotta swallow your pride and be like, hey, tip of the cap, prove me wrong, good game. Still gonna boo the crap out of you though. But yeah, do I think that Cleveland probably does go with Joe Flacco week 1? More than likely. But at the very least, if Shedeur has a great preseason, he is going to be the main backup. And if it doesn't work out with Flacco behind center, probably somewhere maybe halfway through the season, I think just hand the keys over to Shedeur and let him ride with it his rookie season. Yeah, if they're sitting there like week 8 and they're like 1-7 or like 2-6, just give him the shot. Why not? What have you got to lose? Like he's, I think, earned the right to kind of go out there and prove himself. And again, like you mentioned, that poise in the pocket, that ability to extend the plays, not trying to play hero ball necessarily and do too much, but just being able to play within the system, play within the play. If it's not there, get rid of the ball, throw it away. But just being able to extend plays, not be a run first kind of quarterback, but just being able to make the smart, cerebral decisions, that I think is something that you can't coach. And it's something that if he can continue to develop along with his physical tools in Cleveland, he could have something there. And I do think that it's interesting that, again, he's in a system that pretty much has been a laughing stock from the very beginning, a team, an organization that doesn't really, you could just kind of say has just been, well, the YouTube beam, factor of sadness. It's an organization that has not been premier at all in the league. Where have we seen that before? Just like his dad going to Atlanta, and from the very beginning, that wasn't a team until Dion got there that wasn't really revered or respected a whole lot throughout its history. So I'm not saying that he's going to have the kind of career his dad had, but it would be pretty cool to see that he's able to maybe kind of raise that floor of that team. So we'll see what happens. Again, anybody that's shifting the goalpost, stop it, keep it centered. Stop trying to play into your own narrative and trying to get away with it. Give the boy some props for sure.
Yeah, facts. And
So
his next shot is gonna be against the Eagles at Philly
yeah,
next week.
speaking of,
They're gonna be a better defense than the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, maybe their first strings won't play maybe as much. Maybe they'll play like a little bit of the first quarter. So he's gonna be playing up against second string, third string, fourth string. The list goes on and on.
yeah,
But still, man, everybody that is playing preseason is
hmm
trying to prove their worth. They're going out there and they're playing 110% effort. They're going out there and making the intelligent decisions out there on the football field. They're trying to show that they belong in the league. So he's going to be going up against those guys and they're just going to be fighting neck and neck. So there shouldn't be any excuse on, oh, the backups and this and that. No, everybody's fighting for a spot. They will kill each other figuratively on the football field to try to get their spot and earn their spot. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, man, no matter who he's going up against, it's going to be hard competition. And
yeah.
against the Eagles team, for sure, is going to be even tougher defense than the Carolina Panthers. So we'll see what he does, man. But the
And
way that he played last night, man, it seems like he's going to continue to show that he belongs in the league.
well, and then speaking of though too, that Philly squad as well. They have if Shedeur is going to be the most popular backup in the league, Philly's got arguably the second most popular backup quarterback in the league. Tanner McKee coming out, balling out this week against Cincy again. Questionable defense, but still went out there, understood the assignment, did the task at hand. 20 for 25, 250 yards, two tutties. Like dude had a dude balled out himself. Like just reading up on his bio and his story, dude's he's 3 years in the league, but overcame cancer at the age of 16. Overcoming melanoma. Like dudes, and also too just took a break from football for a couple years to do some missionary work in Brazil. Like that's gonna be a great matchup, I think, going into next week. Tanner McKee versus Shedeur Sanders. Probably not the matchup anybody expected
Hmm.
going into preseason, but like, dude, I'm excited to see both those guys do battle next week. We're gonna see like 300 plus yards from two backup quarterbacks in the preseason game. I'm
It's
excited
going
for
to be
that.
dope. Yeah, for real.
Be
That's going to be
exactly.
dope. 100%.
So, but yeah, again, these guys, you're not if you're not a starter in this league, you are not promised anything. So, again, whether you're Shedeur Sanders, where you got all the hype in the world, and you're the backup, but you're basically people are looking at you as the guy that's got next, going to have the keys to the kingdom, or you're Tanner McKee, guy that is just going to be holding the clipboard and just fighting for a roster spot. You love to see it, and whoever says these preseason games don't matter, maybe to the starters, but to the backups, to the guys that are trying to make the practice squad, this is everything.
Yeah, facts. And I'm sure that Steve tuning in right there saying, man, you guys are good. Steve, man, I know you out there busy and enjoying yourself, man. You keep
Yeah,
enjoying yourself
buddy,
and have a good little vacation that you got
you've
going on.
earned it, man.
Appreciate you tuning in, my guy. Dude, man, yeah, man. Excited for Shedeur. Again, he plays against the Eagles next week, so we'll see what's up. But we're gonna talk about another quarterback here. And Steve, if you're still watching, man, I am sorry I gotta do this to you.
Sorry.
That you gotta be a little bit sad on your little vacation, man. But man, Anthony Richardson goes down preseason against the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
You're looking at the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his pinky right there. Yikes, yikes, man. Anthony Richardson goes down. He does not return in the game. He leaves the game, and Daniel Jones comes in, and he didn't really have like a spark or like a whole great game, but he went 10 for 21, 144 yards. He didn't throw a TD, he didn't throw an interception, but it is what it is. But just to talk about Anthony Richardson here, right? Because for Indianapolis Colts fans, this is tough to see. You guys drafted him with the fifth pick. What was it? 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago with the fifth pick. A lot of people had a lot of praise for this guy, and they thought that he was going to be worth something, which I still believe that he can be. But with him being injured like this, a lot of people say that he'll come back quick. A lot of people say that he'll end the year. But Daniel Jones might come in and try to replace him. But just with all that being said, BC, what are your thoughts with this whole injury to Anthony Richardson?
I mean, at the very least, we're still trying to figure out the exact nature and extent of the injury. Obviously, as a quarterback, it's something where Obviously, some. Oh man, we got Stevie
I'm
B wanting to hop
I'm
on.
gonna get him in here. I'm gonna get him
We
in here.
can't, we
But
can't,
go
we
ahead.
can't
Go
not
ahead.
talk about it. But yeah, dude, as somebody who, obviously the hand is something that plays such an important role in as a quarterback. It's just it's unfortunate, man. And I hate to use the term glass cannon to already describe Ant, but it just seems like this point in his career, like this is his, I think, second, third season, pretty much, and it's just it's disheartening for sure. And you hope and pray that it's not going to be something that's a long-term thing with him, but it's just he's got, for somebody that has all the physical tools, all the physical talent in the world, the stature, the size, the arm strength. It's one of those things where is his body going to be something where he just continues to break down over the course of his career, or is this something where you maybe fix while he's young, you can maybe try to get him right and stuff. I don't know. I'm really, again, as somebody that doesn't really have a lot of experience with quarterbacks who get injured at this point in their career very young. I just I don't know. He's top five pick. You hope that it's not something that can be that's going to be a long term thing with him. Again, glass cannon. I hate to use that word, but something that it might be, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, just talking about his physical health. I think he'll be coming back quick, man. I think he's a tough guy, and I think with a pink stuff like that, it's just a pinky. Like you really need your thumb when it comes to gripping the ball and throwing the ball. The pinky, yeah, maybe is gonna affect it, a bit. But it's not gonna really put him out. And I think he could just put some tape there, some band-aid there, or whatever the case may be to keep it straight. And I think he'll be good. You put a little glove on, maybe, but I think he'll be straight. I think he'll come back sooner than later. But just to talk about his play, right? Because first year he goes and he tries to do a run touchdown, and he gets hit by two guys, and he gets taken out, and he's out for what, like 6 weeks, I think it was.
Yeah.
So like him protecting his body, he needs to be more smart about that. But just what on this play, BC, I don't know if you saw the play or not, but on this play, the
Yeah.
tight end and the and
Yeah.
the running back on the right side, they had basically like a hot route. If you guys
Yep.
don't know what a hot route is, it's basically like they choose what either to go out or to stay and block, right? But with that
Yep.
being said, as the quarterback, you have to know, okay, this is about to happen.
Yep.
This might the guy on the end, the defensive end on the right side, might just charge in and sack me. And when you
Yep.
watch the play, it looks like
Yep.
he didn't even look to the right side at all. He
Yep.
was just out there like, nah, you know what? I'm not paying attention to that side. I'm going to just look to my left and go through my progressions that way. And next thing you know, he gets sacked. Gets hit hard, hits the ground hard. And next thing you know, his pinky is dislocated out of place. And now he's out for the game. So when
Yeah.
it comes to Richardson himself, man, I think he just needs to he needs to watch more film. He needs to study more. He needs to go through the play packages that he has with the Colts, and he needs to be a better IQ quarterback, man. Because I think his physical play is there. I don't think it's questionable. I think that he could throw the deep ball. He's good with accuracy. He could run. He's a tough guy. But when it
Yeah.
comes to the mental side of the quarterback position for him, I think it's been a struggle since he's been in the NFL,
Yeah.
because maybe he thought it was going to be the same as college. And
Yeah.
we know for a fact that it's not, because dudes in the NFL on NFL defenses have a high IQ, man. And he
Yep.
has to have a high IQ as a quarterback.
Well, the fact that what pisses me off about that play is that literally D end had the edge had a free pass straight to him. So it's like, I understand, like, with he's got to show more awareness on that side though too. But as the running back and tight end on that side, how do you not chip the defensive end there? How do you not? He literally, nobody touched him? How do you not at least be able to adjust a little bit and say, let me chip him real quick, and then go out and do
But
my
that's
route?
but that's the thing with the heart route. You decide on what you want to do. You decide on what you want to do, because if he
Yeah.
goes and he chips him, then it's gonna slow him down. He's not gonna maybe get as open as he thought he was gonna be, because he was reading the defense himself, and he's like, "Yo, if I just go off the line here and go straight to the right, I'm gonna be wide open. I turn around, maybe the ball's gonna be there." And next thing you know, the ball's not there because he's getting sacked.
It's just super confusing to me, though, how, like, it's super confusing how you have both the running back and the tight end, just both of them not even attempt to block this guy at all. Like, you got to have at least, I would say in that case, like, have tight end chip and then have running back kind of stay back and more pass block. Because then in that situation, if you have the tight end chip and go out and run a quick, like, out route or something, your running back maybe stays back and pass blocks a little bit. Then you have that ability to get more time, and then you're not getting your quarterback blown up like that. So,
yeah.
And I see Steve.
Yeah, guys, we got a special guest in the building, but he ain't in the building, baby. He goddamn on the golf cart, baby. Look at him, look at
him. Coming to you live from Highland Reserve.
Yo,
how you doing,
baby?
Dude, he is here, man. He is here.
I'm such a Colts fan. I heard you guys talking shit about him, man. I'm on video, baby.
Hey,
what's up? Doug's birthday. Long time watcher, long time
listener. Happy birthday, bro.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's get to it right
now.
Wait.
Show the golf course. I want to see the golf course. I want to see the golf course.
Show us the view.
The fans, they want to see it, but actually, I've done pretty well today, actually. I'm not going to lie.
No, but show the golf course. I want to see the golf course.
Show the course, man. Show us the view.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
look at that, man.
Okay.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. All right, so let's get to the Colts real quick, man. So
yeah, man.
Anthony Richardson had flashes of being Anthony Richardson and then all of a sudden being like what he actually could be in a span of 5 plays, which is so frustrating. That's been the Anthony Richardson whole thing the entire time he's been with the Colts. He's literally shown flashes that he can do everything and then do nothing at the same time. And then Geno Jones comes in, and I don't know if it was the fact of like he was the second strings or if it was like not the regular receivers out there. But Geno Jones did look better, but you still have to go with the athleticism of Anthony Richardson sometimes. I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't really know where to go with this point. I think the Colts are in a very precarious situation right now because they have 2 okay quarterbacks in a division that is winnable. The Texans, I think, are going to be a little bit down this year. They have a chance to win, but I don't think they're going to be able to win if neither one of these guys can actually play.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But having said that, my biggest takeaway from that preseason game, besides Anthony Richardson, is the biggest glass I've ever seen in my life. Like, the guy is a towering animal, but can't take a hit. Like, I feel like if you frogged him in the leg, he's also going to be out for 3 weeks. But having said that, I think that Tyler Warren is the real deal.
Definitely. That's why you guys chose him. What?
And I think that he's going to be a force to reckon with. And if you watch what the Colts were doing, he got targeted 10 times or so in like a matter of 8 plays. You know what I mean? I know the numbers don't match up, but you know what I'm saying.
No, he's definitely gonna be. He's gonna be someone that you guys are gonna target a lot, man. And I think he deserves it. He's a dog, and he could probably be like Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers does it in the Raiders.
In an offense where I don't feel like Pittman is a true number 1. I think Pittman's a good receiver, but I don't find him to be like he has to get the ball all the time kind of thing. Josh Downs is pretty good. Alec Pierce is your deep threat. I think freaking Tyler Warren is going to be the PPR machine. He's gonna get all the targets. He gets peppered with targets because the Colts have been lacking this since Dallas Clark.
Yeah, definitely. No, he is going to get a lot of targets. I think he'll get maybe 7 to 10 targets a game, most likely, because he's going to be doing a lot of blocking and then running out to the right. Yeah, it's hard to hear you, my guy. But man, I hope you have a good golf. I hope you go out there and don't suck like I do. And have a good one, man.
Love you guys.
All right, bud. Hey, Steve. All right.
Let me remove him here. Okay.
There we go.
No, but for sure, I agree with him there that I think that Tyler Warren is going to be great for us fantasy football players. He's going to be great for PPR. So I would say if you go for a tight end, try to get him. I think he'll get 7 to 10 targets a game. But just with the Colts overall, I mean, dude, the defense looks decent, right? But if they don't have a quarterback that can get the ball to the receivers or to the tight end or to even to the running backs on checkdowns, it's not going to be nothing there, man. Because the only thing I disagree with what Steve said is that he said that it's a winnable division. No, man. I think the Texans got that. I think the Texans got that.
I think, for the Colts, you got to do more before you can start saying it's a winnable division against Houston for sure. I will say though, having a tight end that's a security blanket is every quarterback's dream right there. And I mean, Anthony Richardson, like you've got your tight end. You gotta work on the mental aspects for sure. Again, like I agree with Steve. Fantastic athlete, elite athletic level. Like basically kind of like what Cam Newton is, big, strong, imposing presence back there. But the thing is, you got to work on the mental aspects of it. And I think that if he can do that, and if he can put the mental aspects there and work on that awareness, and then too, just again, if you are noticing you've got a couple hot routes on that right side, why don't then you call an audible? Why don't you call an audible then for your tight end to chip, or call an audible and have your running back stay back and pass protect so that way you can get the ball to your tight end instead of both guys just going out there and you are getting blasted like that. You gotta work on that a little bit. And again, I hope that this hand injury or this pinky injury, it's not as bad or it's not bad, and I hope that it's something where if he's got to sit out, just sit out the rest of preseason, get yourself healthy for week 1, but you got to work on as a quarterback being able to audible. That's something that, if you're looking at in the Colts system, 2 of the all-time greats in terms of pre-play, changing it up at the line of scrimmage with Peyton Manning, best to do it. And then Andrew Luck came in right after that, another great guy before the snap about reading the defense and being able to make adjustments and stuff on the fly like that. Got to read the room.
No, 100%. And but with that type of play, it's a simple play in the NFL, man, because it's a simple play in college and it's a simple play in high school. For the top high school teams, it's a simple play, man. And when you start off that play, when you say hike, you got to look to your right. You got to look to your right first. If you see a defensive line coming straight at you, that means both of your players in that play, because it could just be one, but in that play it was two receivers that went out. That means one of them is going to be open and you got to throw it quick.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I just believe that he needs to work on the mental aspect of the game much more harder than he does on the physical aspect.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. Well, another quarterback I want to talk about, but with this, it has nothing to do with his play. It has nothing to do with the game, essentially on the field, but it has to do with an altercation that happened with a fan.
Yeah, man.
Geno Smith and star Maxx Crosby. It started first with Geno Smith, which is why I'm going to show you this one first. It's not a video. It's just an image. But in this image, you see Geno Smith putting up his hands. You can't really tell what he's doing, but what he was doing was flicking off the fan that had a sign there that said, "Bigger bust, Geno Smith or Jamarcus Russell." And if you guys don't know who Jamarcus Russell is, he was a number 1 pick back in 2007, I believe, for the Oakland Raiders, not the Las Vegas Raiders, for the Oakland Raiders, that he was supposed to be this big time star because he came out of LSU and he was he a Heisman Trophy winner, BC? I don't remember if he was, but I know that he had, he shined, right?
He had, I'm looking it up right now. I don't believe he won the Heisman. If he did,
I don't think he did. I don't think he did, but he had a fantastic year for the LSU Tigers, and then that's why he got drafted number 1 pick. So Geno Smith is here flicking off this fan here, and then right after, which I'll put it up on the screen, boom, you see Maxx Crosby right here. If you guys are watching, I don't know if you could see my mouse. I doubt you can see the mouse, but you see number 9, dude in the white uniform, obviously with the white gloves, where you can't tell what he's doing with his hand, but he also flicked off the fan. And the reason why I wanted to bring up this topic, man, because a lot of people like to criticize players because of the interactions that they have with fans, especially when it's negative. When it's positive, it's obviously shined and they say, "Oh, what a good guy," and this and that and whatever. When it's negative, they like to say, "Oh, what an a-hole," and all this stuff and this and that. One question I wanted to ask you in particular, and I'm sure we'll have other questions that pop up about this, but should Geno Smith and Maxx Crosby, because I've seen it being flown around on Twitter and other socials, saying that they're going to get fined for this interaction, which I think is hilarious. But in your thoughts, do you think that Maxx Crosby and Geno Smith should be fined for flicking off this fan because of the sign?
No, they should not. And the reason for that is because I have seen much worse not get fined. And I've seen the exact same thing get fined. All right. Like, I will say this. I have seen at Bucks games where Vita Vea, love him, class act, amazing guy. He always does stuff with his family pregame. Dude was like had his little girl in his arms, and literally, like they had him up on the big screen. It was great family moment. Dude was like doing something with her finger or whatever, and it was the cutest thing in the world. I thought, doing the little Tarzan thing, like comparing the hands or whatever. It's adorable. No, dude, literally is rolling down each finger and got his little girl to flip off the cameras at the stadium. And it's like,
That's
it's
hilarious.
hilarious. I know it wasn't him, it was his daughter, but still, you get the gist. So it's like, bro, if that doesn't get him fined, these guys should not get fined for that. Now, do I think that they should have been like that pissy with the fan because they just said bigger bust, Geno or Jamarcus? I think that's a bit much to be flipping off a fan for. Like, it's like, come on. Like, I will say, I think that, I don't think they should get fined. Although I also don't think they should have just been that upset with the fan that they flipped them off. It's literally like bigger. Like, come on. I think the whole situation is way overblown. Now, again, do I think they should have flipped them off? No. Do I think that they should get fined for it? No. Like, come on. Let's move on to next topic next week. Like, let's all have some thick skin here and just forget about it. Come on.
Yeah, the reason I brought up the topic is because I've seen the controversy going around on socials on like,
Yeah.
oh, you got one side that's saying, oh, they shouldn't be doing that, and you got another side that's saying, oh, yeah, they should flick off the fan or whatever. And to me, bro, I just love it, man. I love the interaction with the fans because as a fan, that's what you want. You want interaction with the players, man. And I think it's just hilarious. First of all, I think the sign's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
if I was
It
a
is.
player, I would be laughing. If I was a teammate of that player, I would be laughing because it's just in the moment. It's just funny. But I don't really think that Geno Smith is a bust. He's shown that he can improve and he can go out there and win games. He's shown it. So to me, it would just be funny, right?
Yeah,
And even
he
if
wasn't
I was
also
the
a number one
player,
overall pick either, like Jamarcus. He was like drafted I think like maybe top 10. If I'm not
I think he
mistaken.
was top 5 if anything.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think so.
his New York days for sure, like they were bust, but he revived his career. Unlike Jamarcus, he never got out of it.
To play in New York as a quarterback, man, it's tough.
Oh gosh,
It's
yeah,
tough.
it's a
Even
nightmare.
like especially for the Jets, but like for the Giants too, but especially for the Jets, it is tough. And it's bright lights. You got to show out. You know how New Yorkers are. They're just like Philly fans. Like if you're not proving yourself, they're gonna tell you, "Yo, get the heck out of here." You know what I'm saying? But bro, I love the interaction with the fans, man.
Yeah,
if I was Geno Smith, if it would have said George Perez, who's a bigger bust, George Perez or Geno Smith, whatever. If I was there on the field, I would laugh and I would probably pick off the fan too, because in the entertainment purposes and just because of laughing, not because I'm pissed off at the fan.
Yeah,
because I'm laughing and I'm like, yo, you know what? F you, bro. F you. Like
if I was
that's how I see it.
For me, I would have been like, yo, you got a pen on you? And I would have just autographed it, signed my name like right below it or whatever, like my name. And just for fun, man, just to be like, there you go. And just went out there and thrown like 5 seconds.
Like you just enjoy the moment, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But to be upset though about it, that some fan put that on a thing, like, come on. Like, because that's what it seems like. I don't think necessarily it's, for me, what I take umbrage with is the fact that he was upset, and it's like, oh, F you, blah blah. It's like, come on, dude. If you are going to be that upset that a fan called you a bust, come on. But
bro, I feel like as a professional athlete, not even a collegiate and even high school, bro. Because in high school, bro, there were games that literally the fans will be talking smack to us behind a gate. Once we're getting off the bus to go to the field, bro. And it is what it is. That's the interaction with the game. That's what comes with sports, bro. This is why one of the reasons we love sports and we play sports is because of the fan interaction. The fan interaction is in the game. It's either your loved ones and your friends backing you up and supporting you, or you got other people that really want you to do bad because you're
Yeah.
going up against their team. That's just what it is, bro. It's what it is.
And so, and as well, because we've talked about this before, obviously, with people like bringing up somebody's dead mother. That's one thing. If you
Yeah,
want to,
no,
if you're going to bring up,
that's
if
different,
you're
bro.
bringing
That's
up
completely different.
friends or family, that's unacceptable.
Yeah,
If you're
no,
going to use like
100%.
racial
100%.
or ethnic slurs, that's unacceptable. If
Yes,
you want
for
to just
sure.
talk and say, "Yo, you're a bust, you're a bum, you suck,"
That's just part of the
fine.
game. That's
Yeah,
just part of the
that's fine.
game, bro.
Yeah,
Like whatever, man. But
yeah.
no, I
Things
don't think
that
that they should get fined. And I
no,
and I and I don't blame Geno and Max Crosby for defending themselves a little bit by flicking off the fan. No, like the
yeah,
fan knew what was up with that sign. He knew
yeah,
it was a negative statement, a negative
yeah.
comment going towards uh, former Seattle Seahawk quarterback Geno
Former
Smith. Now,
former New York Jets quarterback.
yes, now Las Vegas Raiders quarterback. He knows what he was doing with that sign, man. I think it's just
Yeah,
in hilarious fun and games, bro. And
yeah.
I think the worst that happened was that they flicked them off. But what does flicking off do, bro? What does it
Yeah.
do? Nothing. It doesn't nothing, bro. So I don't think they should get fined, and I don't think that the fan should be either kicked out of the game because I've seen that too. Oh, kick them out of the
Yeah.
game and this and that. No, no,
No,
like,
no.
bro, it's just a part of the game, bro. That's it.
I have seen similar signs at Bucks games, and they don't throw people out for that. So like, come on,
Yeah.
again, they're not talking about somebody's relatives or friends. They're not using slurs or anything. It's literally the most benign. It's literally the most benign sign that is insulting a player that I've seen. So if we're gonna start throwing fans out for that, it's like, come on, now they can't even. Now what next? You're gonna throw them out when they say you suck? Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, you got
Whatever,
to You
man.
got. Yeah, it is what it is. People got to grow thick skin. Come on.
Literally, literally. Come on, bro. Come
Uh,
on. Bro, another quarterback I want to talk about, man. I feel like we're just talking about quarterbacks today, but they're going up against your team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The number one pick,
ah,
Cam Ward, out of the University of Miami, baby.
yeet.
And for the Tennessee Titans, is going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight at 7:30 for his first preseason game. He will be starting this game. Man, going up against your Bucks, Cam Ward.
Be a good
What are your
task.
thoughts? What are your thoughts first? What are your thoughts on what he's going to do up against your defense? And what are your thoughts about your team overall going up to their first preseason game?
I think that first drive is going to be tough. It's going to be a learning lesson for him because if they put all the starters in on defense that first drive and then pull him like they typically do,
Which they should. They should.
yeah, I feel like it's going to be 3-and-out. Just that first drive 3-and-out. Now they pull most of the starters after that. We'll see what happens. I think that this defense has gotten a lot more depth to it than I think it had last year, especially if they stay healthy. You've got, again, probably one of the best front sevens in football. You've got a revamped secondary for sure. Again, we'll see, in the secondary, Antoine Winfield, Tyke Smith, Zion McCollum, and Jamel Dean getting pulled after that first series for the most part. You got the backups. You're going to have Benjamin Morrison, who I'm very excited to see from Notre Dame, should have been a first rounder, but fell to us. You've got Jacob Parrish, who's going to be, I think, another good guy to start outside or even on the slot. And then the other Sanders brother, Shiloh Sanders. I think that he's going to be, a really interesting piece as far as a backup safety is concerned, because you've got Christian Izien that's fighting for a backup spot. He's going to be in the mix for that backup spot as well. So I think that Cam might feast a little bit after that first drive. Again, just depending on how good the backups are for Tennessee up front. You're going to be facing still some really good depth at the pass rush position for the Bucks. They got some good interior guys too that they've got backing up. So I think that Ward is going to be that. I think if Ward balls out on that first drive, that's either indicative of how great he is or, man, well, again, if he balls out on that first drive, that shows that he's got some potential. But I'm definitely interested in seeing the backups for the Bucks, especially in the secondary. A lot of those first round picks and even some of those undrafted guys are going to be getting some action, and I'm interested in seeing how Benjamin Morrison stacks up. He's going to be my player to watch in this game, just because again you're going up against a first round cornerback talent versus the number one overall pick at QB. I think it's going to be a great matchup on that side. And then if I got to pick somebody to watch the position battle to watch on the offensive side for the Bucks, it's going to be that backup quarterback spot. You just brought in Teddy Bridgewater.
Doke.
You know, what's up?
What's the receiver's name that's been showing out?
Oh, Ibuka.
Ibuka.
He's
I'm sorry.
already going to be starting, I think, for sure in this game because you've
Yeah.
got Chris Godwin that's still going to be out. He'll be starting. He'll be getting his reps. I think for me, that's kind of a given. Him and McMillan, I think, are going to really feast in this game potentially. But for me, the more intriguing battle, at least again in terms of backups, is going to be that backup quarterback spot between Kyle Trask and Teddy Bridgewater because Trask was supposed to be the guy coming in here. Obviously, bringing in I know Steve. Steve's gonna hate us for saying that, but bringing in Teddy Bridgewater, there's a reason for it. So they probably don't feel as confident with Kyle Trask back there. So they wanted to bring in a veteran, a former Pro Bowler, guy that can come in here and if Baker needs to rest or he gets hurt, can manage the offense. And I like the move. I think that they're showing that they're not just comfortable being content with sitting what they've got. They want to be able to maximize depth at every position. And I love to see it. Hopefully, maybe they can do that at middle linebacker. I'm not sure. Deion Jones, Anthony Walker, a couple guys I'm not too sure about. But yeah, I love the fact that they are not resting on their laurels. They're wanting to get depth at every spot. And so I'm excited to see what the backup quarterback situation is like. And I am excited as well to see what Emeka Ibuka does. I think he is going to be really something special. To use a quote from the youth, he is him in practice. He's looking like him.
Himothy, Himserd, Himsarissison.
Emeka, Himbeka Egbuka. There you go. Himbeka.
I like that. Well, I'm very excited to see Cam Ward, man, because it's all about the U, baby. I want to see all the U players shine for sure. And I think he's going to go out there and do work. I think he's a little better than Shedeur Sanders. And what we saw from Sanders yesterday, he was doing work. Cam Ward is very smart. He works very hard. He's elusive. He has poise. He calms down. He has a deep threat. He has a short threat. He has a medium threat. He has great accuracy. The guy is a complete quarterback.
Oh, Madden didn't seem to think so, though, for some odd reason.
Man, I don't care what Madden says. I don't care what anybody says. This guy is a complete package.
If they made Travis Hunter an 84, they should have made Cam at least like upper 70s. That was.
I mean, it's always with rookies that come out in the first round. It's always mid 80s. It's always been like that in Madden. So I'm not surprised there.
But for Travis to have like a second or to be tied with the highest overall for a rookie ever, and then Cam Ward, #1 pick, only 72. That's messed up.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But
do you think Cam plays the whole game, or do you think he just plays like one half? Or
I think he plays the whole first half. I think he'll play the whole first half, and I think that first drive will be a learning curve for sure. I'm not gonna say 3 and out, but definitely I do see a punt in there. It's gonna be tough for him, but I think he's gonna get comfortable and he's calm down. He's gonna show his poise, and he's gonna go through his progressions, and he's gonna show that he can be a playmaker out there as well. And he's gonna do good, man. I mean, the Bucks, they have stuff to prove with their defense as well. So I think your first string starters are gonna be there. Maybe the first, maybe even the second drive, but for the first drive for sure. So it's gonna be a good look for him. But I think he's gonna do well, man. I'm excited to see what he's got. I'm excited to see how he plays. For your Bucks, you guys have been good the last 3 years. You guys made the playoffs the last 3 years. You've been showing your worth. You'll be showing you're out there. I don't think Baker Mayfield is going to play. I think Kyle Trask is going to start. Teddy Bridgewater is going to come in after that. I hope he does well as well. South Florida native. You always got to represent the people from your town, your city. I think they're going to do great. Shedeur Sanders, I hope he does great as well. I think he will come in either in the second quarter, late second quarter, or he's going to come in the second half. Hopefully he can get an interception. Hopefully he could get some tackles. Hopefully he could get some deflections. That'll be dope to see. And then I am excited about Mbuka. And how do you pronounce it? Mbuka?
Emeka Egbuka.
Egbuka. I'm excited to see him play for sure. I've seen a lot of stuff from him, obviously from college. Now in the highlights of practice, I think that he's going to be a show off for you guys, a wide receiver 3 for you guys. And probably even a wide receiver 2, depending on how Chris Godwin, how fast he comes back.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm excited to see them play. I think this is going to be a good game tonight. If you guys are into preseason football, this is one game that you should watch. You got a number one pick going up against a team of Buccaneers that really need to prove themselves on defense, because last year the defense was not up to par, baby. It was
Yep.
not up to par. But
They want to make that next step. That defense definitely needs to stay healthy, and that defense needs to definitely take it up a notch.
yeah, facts. Last thing before we get out of here, just quick. My Cowboys going up against the LA Rams.
Yeah.
I really want to see what's good with the defense, man, because I think we're gonna be horrible. I think our defense is gonna be horrible, and especially if we trade away Michael Parsons, because he ain't playing today, and he probably won't play all preseason because of the whole requesting a trade. But our secondary is a nightmare right now, and they've been following me in my dreams, sleepless nights sometimes, and it's like, man, I got to see what they do up against the Rams. Matthew Stafford is not going to play. Jimmy Garoppolo maybe won't play, so they're going to have the third string quarterback. So we'll see what's up, man. But, I'm not that excited for it, but I want to see what the Cowboys can do defensively, because I think offensively, I think we're going to be probably top 10 in the league, man. I think offensively, we're going to be up there with a lot of good teams. I think we're going to score the rock a lot, but when it comes to defense, I think we are going to give up a lot of points, man, and it sucks to say. BC, you got anything on them?
I was just gonna say, I think we were talking a little bit before the show. I think one of Micah's preferred places was going to be the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. But it would be interesting as well. There's another
And
LA
the
team
Bucks.
out. Yeah, but I will say though, like sticking with LA, I feel like the Rams would be a better destination for him to go to in terms of defense, just because you've got Jared Verse, you've got Braden Fisk, and then if he goes there, you've got the potential of maybe luring one Aaron Donald out of retirement. That's a rumor that's been going around. That front four would be the scariest, most talented front four in the league. You're talking 10 plus sack production out of each spot. That is terrifying. So, how interesting. I'm interested to see the post game and pre-game highlights if maybe Micah starts chatting it up with Jared Verse, or he starts chatting it up with some of the guys over there. It wouldn't surprise me. I know, again, we talked about his preferred destination for LA is the Chargers. I feel like it's a better thing for the Rams. Just again, in terms of the prospect of him and Aaron Donald. I know the Chargers had a great defense last year, but you lose Bosa. So,
Yeah, but still got Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
That's Mack together. That's crazy. That's
true too. But I feel like, dude, him, and again, if you get Aaron Donald.
He also said the Bills too, so it would have been Joey Bosa and Parsons over there with the Bills.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I definitely think that it is interesting. I want to see if maybe he does chat it up with the Rams. Let's see if maybe the rumors are true, just to kind of gin up some interest in the preseason game.
Gets his head out of his ass and he pays the man, dude. Pay the man, bro. He's one of the best players in the league. Pay him so he can play. Please.
Gotta make anybody out there get this, share this with Jared Jones, man. If you know that man in any capacity, my boy G Mike, he needs a miracle. It's a miracle.
Man, what a way to end the episode, right?
Yeah.
Guys, man, thank you for tuning in. BC, thank you again. You already know my boy. Every week we on this thing. Guys, if you're into sports gambling, I run a Telegram channel where we offer daily sports plays, sports picks off of the Hard Rock and the Flip app to get you anywhere from $20 to $50 to $100 of winnings daily. It's only $10 a month, and we have an affiliate program where you can make more money off of the channel. You'll see the link pop up on the screen watching the recorded episode, and you'll see my socials pop up. So if you want to slide in one of my DMs, start a conversation about it and see how we can get you on and popping. BC has his own thing going on. BC, let him know, baby.
Again, you guys already know bcthebrand.com. Also, you can see the link on my socials on my little logo thing right there, BCTheBrand_media. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. Keep up to date. And then also, too, for the Mrs. and I's photography, videography business, that's going to be brandes.media. So, again, keep up with us, man. We be grinding. We'll be making it happen for you guys. Next episode, we got the Big 5-0. We got a lot planned for you guys. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have all three of us here. We're going to make it pop, and we're going to make it good for y'all. And we just want to say thank you guys again for supporting us, for being along with the ride as far as y'all have. We got a lot more to come in store in the future. 50 episodes will be down. The next one, we're hoping for another 50 after that. So you guys already know what to do, man.
Yes, sir. Please, guys, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the show with your family, your friends, with strangers out there on the street, with strangers out there on the golf course, with strangers out there out in Publix, in the supermarkets, wherever the hell you go, man. Because we need the show to be shared, baby, and we appreciate the love and support. And if you guys ever want to come on the show, man, just send us an email or write us to us on one of our DMs on TikTok or IG. We'll try to get you on the show whenever we can. Or if you want to just jump up in the chat and start talking smack about BC and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how they suck, or how G Mike and the Dallas Cowboys, how they really suck, man, just come up on here, man. We would love the interaction, bro. We would love to chime in with y'all. But until next week, baby, on the Big 5-0, G Mike, BC, we out of here, baby.
See ya.